So welcome everyone. Another session to clarify PGMP related questions. As like before, I will start with giving you brief outline about program management certification from PMI. We will spend time talking about eligibility. We'll spend time talking about the application process because in the PGMP case, application process is also something which is tricky. And then we will also explore the exam content outline, what get tested in PGMP exam, and anything which can help you in preparing as well as getting PGMP certified. Most of the time, I will try to use public URLs from PMI only. In between, I will show our content also because you may want to know how to prepare using our content, but that I will do at a later stage. First is pure information coming from PMI website, so you can also refer it and validate if something is missing at a later stage. So I am going directly to the PGMP page of PMI. So this is something you can refer. You can go to PMI as a website. In a certification portion, you can go to something called PGMP. This is our focus area. Let me share the URL directly with you in case you want to browse it along with me. So as soon as you open, PMI first tells you how much it is going to cost you to give the exam. That is something nowadays they started doing. So this information will vary based on where you are. So depending upon what number you see on the URL, that is your fee. You definitely see a members fee and non-members fee. And you know that membership itself costs you around $160, $50, depending upon the area where you are. So that's the price you can add. For example, in India, membership costs you around 10,000 plus GST. So this is the overall examination fee you will pay for your PGMP exam. Now, first and foremost thing is, should I do PGMP certification? That's the most important part before we get into the details. So my personal opinion is that each certification is not meant for everyone. Like each certification has its target market segment. The PGMP program is designed for those individuals who are doing strategic program management. The individuals who want to differentiate themselves from project management, they want to add next level of competency in their profile. So in our class, we find people who are doing program management and they want to validate their skill of program management. Now, some of you will say, what is program management? In a simplest way, we can understand the program is collection of interrelated projects which are better managed in an integrated manner in order to achieve the collective benefits. If we manage them in a discrete component, we may not be able to achieve the desired benefits, the desired efficiency, which is needed by the organization. So organization creates sometimes a strong bundle, sometimes loose bundle of multiple interconnected projects, and they put a program management leadership that is becomes a program in order to ensure the collective benefits of these projects get achieved. The program manager role is more managing the outcome which is coming out of various projects and ensuring the desired benefits and value get achieved at an organization level. Practically, you may think like usually interdependency management, dependency management, escalation management is something more associated with program management rather than getting with the team and resolving issue at a one-on-one level. So as a program manager, I may not interact with the team members and help them in fixing a particular problem, but I might be working with the project leaders, project managers and others and ensuring more stakeholder engagement, benefits alignment, and overall strategic objective of the organization should get achieved. So if you are targeting that role or if you are doing part of that role, then you probably want to do PGMP certification. Now, PMI will tell that people who do PGMP certificate will make more money. Maybe yes, yeah. But what one thing is very clear that PMP certification is pretty common now. You have 1.5 million people PMP certified, and you have like exact figure may vary, but definitely less than 10,000 people PGMP certified. So many people who come to us are basically doing PGMP certification just to bring differentiation because PMP is very, very common. Usually, the individuals who have done PMP certification 5-6 years ago and they want to strengthen their competency and move to the next level, they are the one who come for PGMP certification. Now, when it comes to the visibility of PGMP certification on job requirements, I personally consider it is not as visible as PMP. PMP is definitely the most visible certificate on various job portals. But it works, the PGMP works more as a differentiator rather than a search criteria for your program management profile. Yeah, so that's my understanding of who should do PGMP and what is the overall target segment of PGMP. Now, if you have any question related to is the PGMP right for me, we can talk. I will definitely want to talk about the eligibility criteria, which also in a way clarify who should do PGMP. Yeah. So because someone who is eligible should do PGMP, and that's the PMI saying this is what we are putting as an eligibility criteria for your PGMP certification. Yeah. So first step for me is check my eligibility. So let me briefly talk about eligibility and then we can see if you have questions. So in a simple understanding, if I have a graduate degree and I have a PMP certification done, then I just need to demonstrate 48 months or 4 years of program management experience in order to become eligible for PGMP. Yeah. If I have not done PMP, then I need to demonstrate two types of experiences. I need to demonstrate 4 years of project management experience and 4 years of program management experience in my application. So if I have a graduate degree, if I don't have a graduate degree, then the experience is needed more. Then you need a 7 years of program management experience. Recently, I worked with one of the client who was not having the graduate degree because she did the high secondary and after that she got into project and program management. So we could just demonstrate 7 years of program management experience in her application and then also she became eligible. But most of you will fall here, and if you have done PMP, then we have to only talk about this portion. If you have not done PMP, then we have to talk about project and program management experience. This is the basic eligibility criteria. Yeah. So I open for questions related to relevance as well as eligibility of PGMP certification.
Hi, Saket. This is Vanita here. Nice seeing you. I did my PMI ACP certification through you and I successfully completed that 4 years back.
Great.
Now I'm interested in PGMP. So one of the question I have here is I had a PMP certification, but that's expired now, but I have an active PMI ACP certification. Will that be equally considered or it's only PMP that you're talking about?
To say in that case, what is the problem? We need to put the project management experience also in the application. That's the only thing. Yeah. So whatever project management experience you used for your PMP time or anything in last 15 years, we need to tell that you are doing project management, because if not PMP active, we need to fill that information. That's the only difference. I have many clients who are into that particular situation. We just filled their project details. It was good.
Okay, great. Thanks for that, Saket.
Good. Anything else, anyone? So we need to have active PMP in order to not to put description of project. Else you need to spend another half an hour and describe your projects and show that you have been working on few projects for the 4 years time in the last 15 years. Yeah, that's something is the additional thing we have to do. Anything else before I talk about the process of getting PGMP certification? Yeah. Now you may notice one thing, some of you who are PMP, PMI, ACP certified, there is no mandatory contact hours, or sometimes you call it PDUs requirement for PGMP. Yeah. So PMI expects you can start your PGMP journey tomorrow and you can get certified and you don't have to talk to anyone other than PMI. Yeah. It's not like you must have mandatory 35 contact hours as you have in PMP, or now in PMI ACP you need to have 28 contact hours. Earlier it used to be 21. That kind of requirement is not there. You might have already noticed, but I am clarifying it. These are the only two things you need: your education and experience, and then you get ready for the exam yourself. Yeah, that's possible. So it's an advanced level certificate, so they don't necessarily recommend you to go for a training. Now, how to prepare? What is the process of preparation and the roadmap? Now, we can say the second step in your PGMP certification is application. Now, PGMP certification, unlike PMP, unlike PMI ACP, where our evaluation is computer based test, multiple choice, we give the exam and we just get certified. Yeah, that's the main thing. There is an application in PMP, PMI, ACP also, but that is just to validate eligibility. It is not evaluating your skills. It is not evaluating your experience. It is saying, are you eligible or not? In case of PGMP, the story is different. The PGMP certification is a two-level evaluation. Level 1 evaluation is quality of your experience, which is happening with the help of what you fill in the application. So you can say there are three subjective questions which you need to answer, like an essay. You need to write three essays which demonstrate what you have been doing. And once those three essays get passed by, then only you can sit for computer-based exam and get certified. So there is a two-level certification or evaluation process. You need to pass two tests. Yeah, application itself is a test. So what happens in the application? You can anytime start PGMP application. Now also you go to pmi.org and start application. That's the only thing you need to do. You need to fill the details of your project and program. Yeah, so which should show 4 years of project experience, 4 years of program experience. That's there. And then they give you three prompts. There are three prompts. Each has a two options. So out of two, you have to select one. So three prompts talking about what is your experience related to preparation of business case and program roadmap. That's a one prompt. Yeah. And maybe you can talk about how do you ensure benefits management. That's another alternative. Similarly, you have a stakeholder engagement and clarity related prompt. Then you have a change and governance related prompt. So there are three types of questions. In those three type of questions, you are expected to write around 500 words talking about how you did those things in your program. So you bring the experience, you bring specific information. It is not like, when I was working with the stakeholder, I divided the stakeholder into high power, low power, high interest, low interest categories. Yeah. That's, they will say it's bookish. You need to talk about, oh, in my program, there were these 50 or 100 stakeholders. These were very sensitive to the changes. And I worked with these specified name or category individuals in this particular manner. So you are not talking about high power, high interest, but rather you are telling the individuals who were high power, and then you are telling how how you managed the engagement with those stakeholders who were high power. So that way we need to explain our application related three answers. Yeah, so three experience summary. Now, once you submit this application after filling this all, PMI staff will do the usual like a PMP, PMI ACP eligibility review where they check your project description and program description. If they find that itself is not working well, then they will flag it here and they will tell you to fix it. But once they feel that your project and program experience is good, your education is good, your application seems to be good, it looks like you are eligible for PGMP certification, then they will ask you to make a payment. And after payment, they will pass your application to panel review. So PMI has some selected experts who will read your three summaries. That panel will only focus on these summary questions, all based on what you write there. They are not going to call you. They are not going to take interview from you. What you write there, based on that, they will evaluate and make a judgment. Is your application is good for going for program management? If they don't feel so, they will give you a feedback. They will give you one attempt to fix it. If you can't fix it in that attempt as well, then PMI will say your application is closed. You need to restart later, and they will pay your fee back. They will refund your fee. That's a step one. So you complete your application. Once your application is complete, which means your panel review is approved, then you will have a 1 year time to give your PGMP certification. You already achieved step one. And in the step two, you just need to schedule the exam. You have already paid, because without paying, they will not go for a panel review, and then you will schedule the exam. Now, scheduling the exam, you definitely will study for it. We'll talk about how to study, but I just clarify the scheduling portion first. It is same like a prometric exam, the way you give for PMP, PMI, ACP. The only difference is that you have to give it from the center. There is no home-based exam in case of PGMP, and the exam will be 4 hours. There is no scheduled break, unlike PMP, PMI, ACP. There is no scheduled break. If you want to take a break, the timer will continue, and you need to finish 170 questions in the 240 minutes time. And then they have some domains. I will explain about it. What is something called exam content outline, which will be focusing on what do I prepare and how do I prepare for PGMP certification. Yeah. So that's a roadmap. Yeah, you can say that I first need to, once I am eligible, I fill the application, I ensure my panel review get passed, I fill strategic specific information in my application, and once it is done, I will give the exam in a center. Yeah, and exam will have 170 questions and 4 hours as a duration. Yeah. Any question till here? Next, I want to talk about the exam content outline, which will help us in understanding how to prepare and what is the overall content of your PGMP certification. That is something we are going to refer now. So I am opening this after taking small pause in case you have question. All good? Yeah. So I can move forward. Now what I'm doing is I am opening a document. You can also follow me on the PMI website because I want to make sure that you have something to fall back on. Here they have something called exam content outline. Now, if you are familiar with PMB, PMI, ACP, and how PMI exam works, then you know this is what your exam content outline means. So I open, and this will help us in understanding what is the content of PGMP, and it will also help you in understanding is it aligned for your future direction and how much preparation you have to do. Now, from PGMP, PMI perspective, they are dividing the roles and responsibility as per their generic study they do into 5 areas. They call it 5 domain. They believe the program managers are expected to take care of strategic program alignment. So it is basically we'll have a task which will focus on how do you ensure program is helping organization in achieving their strategic goal. That's a strategic program alignment. Then you have another domain which is called program lifecycle. Significant contribution. 44% of the questions will come from program lifecycle. Program lifecycle is the overall binding the program from the begin till end. It is like ensuring that we have a program management level plan, we have a governance policy, we have an alignment based on program charter, we have a decomposition of the work between various components, we have a mechanism of integrating those components, we have a clear understanding of the governance structure which we are following inside the program. We have a clear understanding of what risk and issues are managed at a project level, what risk and issues are managed at a program level. We have a clear understanding of what kind of health check we do at a program level. We have a clear understanding of what kind of milestone we do. How do we take care of dependency? I maintain a master schedule which integrate various project schedules. I do a problem solving when things get stuck at a particular project level. These kind of things goes into program life cycle. Practically, when we meet our program managers, they have extensive experience in program lifecycle management. Sometimes they are doing operation or tactical programs which are not too much strategic in nature. So they may not have experience in other areas, but this is something is usual thing. You need to ensure, coordinate, integrate, and align all the component projects which you have in order to achieve program objective. So those kind of tasks gives you 44% of your exam. Then you have a benefits management. So benefits management alignment is a little typo. Benefits management. Now, sometimes people get confused here, at least that the type of individuals I am talking to. So the PMI focus is the way we ensure the requirements get delivered in projects. We have a customer requirement, we have a stakeholder requirement, we have a compliance requirement. We want to ensure requirement traceability metrics, and we want to deliver the requirements at the end. Yeah, that's the, or incrementally in case of we are following hybrid or adaptive approaches. That's something we do at a project level. In a program management, the focus moves from requirements to benefits. Like what kind of cost advantage, what kind of customer satisfaction advantage, what kind of service benefits the organization wanted to get from this program, and have you achieved those benefits? Have you reduced the time it takes to process a request? Have you reduced the overall inefficiency which we had in our organization? So the program manager should focus on the output of the project should produce results, direct results, we call them outcome. And these outcomes should help us in achieving something which is aligned to organization strategic goals. And those things which are valuable, could be tangible, could be intangible, are called benefits. So taking care of identification of those benefits, putting them into a proper artifacts, creating a benefits management plan, having benefits level traceability, benefits level KPIs, all goes into benefits management domain. Yeah. So it is not just focusing on outputs, it is focusing on how the collective benefits of the programs are getting achieved, which is aligned to the organization's strategic goals. Now, sometime when we do program management for the clients, I do see many program managers may not have exposure towards benefits level management, but this is something a learning opportunity which we need to learn in case of our PGMP certification. Stakeholder engagement, usual thing. Any leadership role you play, Scrum Master, Project Manager, Product Owner, whenever you have to work with people, you need to engage with stakeholder. Same thing. Whatever you have learned in your PMP, PMI, ACP, anywhere, the same topic remains as it is. It is more about identifying stakeholders, analyzing them, putting the understanding their needs and expectation, power interest grids, and all those kind of stakeholder engagement plan, stakeholder engagement assessments, resolving conflicts, everything remains as it is. The only thing is context becomes a little more complicated. Context becomes more multi-project level context, and stakeholders who are directly dealing with a program level. There could be some stakeholders dealing at a project level. So we talk about a little bit more different level of complication, but core idea of stakeholder engagement remains same what you have learned in your PMP or other topics. Then we have a governance. Governance focuses on two levels of understanding. First, I need to have a program level governance. I ensure we have a clarity about what can happen at a project level, what kind of escalation. I need to do an oversight of all the projects. Similarly, we need to work with the governance body who will be doing oversight of the program. So I need to have a clarity about what decision I can make, what decision I need to go to a governance board. I need to prepare for governance board reviews. I need to manage escalations and other things as per the agreed upon thresholds. So understanding that part is governance. If you do project management in real world, you definitely get influenced by governance. In a PMP exam, we have just a one task of governance. It is not that much detail, but we do have a one task. Here it is little bit more detailed because the overall idea of program management is alignment, governance, and integration. It is just not focused too much on execution. So these are the five domains which we are expected to master in order to get program management certification done. These three domains are divided into 72 tasks. Yeah? So the way you have tasks, the same information is available here. So if you understand how to do all these tasks as a program manager, you are ready for the exam. Yeah. So this is something is your, I would say, the outline for your exam, which is called exam content outline. Yeah. So any query on exam content outline? The objective of exam content outline, not to teach you all these topics, but to give you a feeling so you understand what is expected out of you when you go for PGMP certification, what kind of preparation you may end up doing.
Hey Saket, good morning. This is Ankur Singhal.
Go ahead, Ankur.
I'm not sure you remember me not, but I did my PMP. When I did my PMP, I had one-to-one session with you, and then that was 7 8 years ago.
Okay, great.
uh, yeah. So, but now I'm going for this PGMP course, and the thing is, like, before I actually get into, like, let me put application and all that, I was just going through all of the iGen, videos available on YouTube just to get a feel of it. I read
Perfect.
the
Yeah.
exam content outline like twice or thrice, make my
Great.
notes and all that. So it seems like, yeah, I can definitely do it. This is all I am doing already for last few years. But the question is still in the mind when it comes to the application process when going to PMI website and submitting the application. considering the fact that that's the main part here, right? Exam part is the last and the least concern when compared to the first two processes.
So
So
see,
I'm just trying to put together my mind to that.
so there are two
So
things,
yeah,
Ankur. Yeah. One thing is that if you have already seen our iZenBridge video, so I have created a video which explains how to build the application. Yeah,
yes,
there.
yes, yes.
Second, I also support, I do service of reviewing, editing application as well, yeah, to make sure that you are ready. So we have
Yes.
our programs. Now
Hmm.
we are going a little bit about our programs. So we have
Hmm.
our three offerings in a way. So one offering is just application. Yeah, that's a one. Another one
Hmm.
is mixed application plus preparation. That's a complete program. So we
Hmm.
charge $425 for it and 150 for just for application. And then there are
Hmm.
people who have done application, sometime did exam also once but could not make it. They just want to do a preparation part. Their application is well done. They just want to do the second preparation part. So we have that third option also. We charge $299 for that. So all these three options exist. If you want to try out yourself, yeah, you have a free content available. But if you want to take our assistance, if you are clear about doing it, you may want to enroll to the whole program. And I will give a quick demo to the program as well. And we take care of your application.
Understand. Let me ask you. There's a last one when I did the PMP. I remember that all the videos were done by you,
Yeah.
and those were really great, very detailed and very good. Means I got the when I been through all the video that was very detailed, and I was happy, to get all the information through that. So now for the PGMP, I see things change. You guys a big group now,
No, no, no,
so
nothing
it's
like that.
still
Same thing. Yeah, same thing. So I gave a quick demonstration also for this
okay.
was the last agenda as well. So we have
Hmm.
our PGMP program and
Hmm.
we have our study material. All videos are made by me. That's the one thing.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the major content which comes is Program Management Standard 5th edition. So the way
Hmm.
we had PMBOK, similarly, we have a standard for program management. And there was a latest edition which came in the March 2024, which is called 5th edition. So using that 5th edition, one can download standard for program management. If you have a PMI account access, you can directly download anyway, one will get it. But it's a relatively small file, means around 250 readable pages. You may end up reading in a 5-6 hours only in a one go. But a lot of information will be hidden. When you read it again, you will find, oh, this was written here, but I could not even understand it or comprehend it. So that's the
Understood.
reason we have created a detailed video, making sure
Hmm.
each and every line of program management standard is understood to our participants. So these are the lessons, and we created the video content about the complete program management standard. We have also added a reading material from our site, like some sample artifact whenever relevant. And all four domain we have added a ebook for benefits management, ebook for program lifecycle, ebook for stakeholder engagement. So that section one can read also, because it's not always, some people prefer to read, some people prefer to watch the video. Both options will be available here. So that's a first content which we do. Once you are, so this is something you are done with the program management standard. There are various details. Then I have a special guides for ECO also. Yeah. So the exam content outline looks like straightforward, but many a time when we read the ECO, we may not get, oh, how do I really perform this task? So I get into the analysis of each task. I talk about what kind of artifacts may get involved and why this task is important and how you overall do it. So if people read our guide, they get a significant detailed understanding of exam content outline. So this is something one does once they are done with the program management standard video. But this is something recently we added based on the feedbacks we got, that people were finding are understanding the pure ECO little difficult. So we created this content as well. And then we have the application thing is anyway is available. We do have videos which are also available on YouTube, where we are explaining some of the questions in the PGMP. So this is one kind of content. Then there are optional content. Some people want to refresh PMBOK 7, PMBOK 6. We give them video, but not needed. Then we have a Scrum and Agile content also. 5, 6 questions on Agile and Scrum also comes in the PGMP exam, but that's optional. Once this is done, then we have an assessment. That's the mock question area. So we have a domain-wise 50-50 question test, so that you make sure your all 4 domains are doing good. Oh, sorry, 5 domains are doing good. Once you are done with your 5 domains, then we have a full length exams. So full length exam, we have 5 in number. The exam 4 is same with the video series. So some of you may have already watched it, but we still want to make sure that you take that video series exam in a little time boxed format. So you know where you are and how are you getting ready for the exam. And similarly, we recently added our mock 5 as well. Usually doing these mock tests and ensuring that you are crossing 70 to 75% in the first attempt, maybe after doing 2 or 3 mock tests, then you are ready for the exam. In parallel, we also maintain a very active WhatsApp group. Nowadays, the word is different. So we have all our PGMP participants who are planning for giving the exam. They are part of our WhatsApp group. Any question you have, you can post it there. Sometime I also host calls so that people can come, but one-on-one call can be scheduled based on somebody's individual needs, especially when they are going for exam. They usually end up scheduling those calls. So that also happens. Any question out of our area is not clear, you put in a WhatsApp group, I will clarify. Other people also share their stories. Today also we got someone got certified. So we keep, this month we got many people certified. So they keep sharing their insights in the WhatsApp group. They also share what kind of score they were getting in their mock test. So that gives the clarity and motivation for people to go for the exam. This all is completely self-paced. You don't have to show up at any particular time, but we are trying to create near live virtual experience in the format of engagement with the help of our self-paced program. Yeah, that's about our program. Any question, anyone?
No, that was very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Yeah.
So, Saket, just a quick question. This is going to be self-paced or it's going to be live training?
Self-paced. We do have a live option also in case you want to do. We have a partner trainer who takes a live class, but 99% of our clients go for full self-paced because the live one becomes a little more expensive and you need to schedule and dates as well. But if you're interested, we can help you in doing that as well. Yeah, but
Okay.
when you take live through us, you get a training from the partner, but you get all the video and reading material from us. Yeah. So that will be anyway part of the live offering as well. The only difference is you get additional 4-5 hour lecture on program management. Yeah. But you decide.
Okay.
Good. Anything else? So what we have covered who should do PGMP. We have covered how it looks like, the exam content outline of it. We covered the aspect of application, and we also covered how iZenBridge can support you. 3 offering. If you are already done with your application, you can come forward and we can take care of your preparation related assistance. If you are just looking for application, we have that option as well. But in general, it's good to go for the whole program together. And that will be one which has both the content inside it. Yeah. Go ahead, Suresh. Yeah. Okay, by mistake. So anything else, anyone, before we conclude today's session? Looks like we have got the insight, whatever you wanted to know. Okay, so any follow-up query, please connect with our team. We are available, and you can connect with me also on LinkedIn. I'm pretty active there, and I also keep posting things related to PGMP in case you want to just follow and remain in touch, because you may want to take some time, some of you. So better to remain in touch with the content and see what is happening. You can follow me on LinkedIn. I'm sharing my URL in my here chat, so we can connect there. And yes, if you have specific query related to the program, connect with us. Anytime you can start because it's a self-paced program. The point you enroll, your journey starts. Typically, it can take 2 months to 6 months. Yeah, that's how it works. Usually, once people get application approved, they get motivated and they finish in a 1.5 month. Uh, it depends upon your experience and reading speed, but usually the amount of learning as far as terms and other things are concerned is around 50 to 60% of PMP. It is not that much term heavy. It's more experience and it's more integration. Strategic thinking is more, but the spread of lot of ideas and lot of jargons, if I just compare the glossary of PMP versus PGMP, the PMP glossary is big, PGMP glossary is less. And once we do application well, usually when we interact and see the quality of application, I know how much preparation you need. So if you are good in your application, most likely you can directly go ahead and give the exam. Yeah, that's the idea. If I purely rely on my experience, I can pass, barely pass though. Yeah, in the PGMP, there is a small chances I may not, but if I just rely on my experience and read program management standard 2-3 times, there is a high probability I may pass. But if you want to increase your probability better, you get little more clarity about program management with the help of preparing through some program. Yeah, that's my recommendation. Because retake is expensive, it's an expensive program. The retake fee is $600. So it's and it also time consuming and all. And retakes are not very uncommon, unlike PMP. And this is because of the reason because there is no mandatory contact hours and other things. So many people think that they will do it. Yeah, and many of them may end up doing as well. But good percentage of the people who try on their own end up going for retake. So you need to judge your strength and weaknesses before you take the final call. Yeah, that's what I'm putting it here. Okay, so thank you. I am closing now. If you have any query, please get in touch. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.